All right, welcome to the Grizzled Geek. Before you watch your regularly scheduled video, me and Doug have a special announcement today. We are fast on pace to hit 1,000 subscribers soon.
Yep.
And in honor of that, we are giving away some cool stuff. We're going to be giving away specially designed T-shirts.
Yeah.
And how can people get these shirts, Doug?
Well, what we're going to do is as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll launch the contest, which will be make sure you're a subscriber.
Yep.
Like and comment on a video.
Yes.
And then for each of the types of videos we have, so for our Grizzled Game Master,
Yep.
our Ruby reaction videos, our Star Wars videos, our news videos, and I believe we'll have a Does It Hold Up falling into that range.
Yep.
You'll comment on those, and if you're a subscriber and you've got a comment in there, you'll go into a drawing. We'll draw one for each type of show,
Yep.
and those 5 people will get shirts, as will all of our patrons.
Yeah. So if you don't want to take your chances,
Yep.
you can support us on Patreon and make sure you get a shirt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I said, we're giving away one for each show. Like, subscribe, and comment. So if you are a fan of the Grizzled Geek or you're a fan of getting free things for liking stuff, this contest is for you.
Yeah.
And tell your friends, the sooner we get to 1,000 subs, which should be sometime next week, the sooner we'll launch this contest and sooner you would give away some free swag.
Yeah, there you go.
So
hopefully that will be the first of many
yes,
T-shirt designs that we'll come up with eventually.
So back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome to the Grizzled Geek in Review for September 15th, 2017. I'm Mike.
And I'm Doug.
And this is your weekly nerd news wrap-up. Anything that geek culture-wise happened in the week, we cover it.
We got a few.
Or we try to, anyway. Top story this week was, well, we know that...
For everybody, yeah.
For everybody, yeah. Like, J.J. Abrams will be directing Episode 9.
Yeah, I think he's writing it too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's writing it, yeah.
Writing and directing Episode 9.
Yeah, so they brought someone after getting rid of Trevorrow because where reports coming in whether that he's hard to work with or that, they didn't have the right vision for, we talked last week about Kathleen Kennedy coming and giving the axe to all these directors, cleaning the house. And going with reliable, safe directors after that, and I think J.J. Abrams is a safe choice here. Although there's kind of mixed reviews, right? Mixed people are not sure how they feel about it because, one, he did bring us back to Star Wars, right? With The Force Awakens. But he doesn't have the best track record for closing projects.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm personally excited about it. I think
I think this is the right choice.
This is not going to be a Lost. This is not going to be one of those things. This is Star Wars, right?
Yeah, and I think it's not going to be a Lost.
Yeah.
And I think for the main saga movies, it's good to have a reliable. I don't want to call him mainstream, but an established director who can conform to the vision that they want, and let the story movies be the ones that you experiment with.
Right, yeah.
See if you,
take chances.
See if you can take some chances.
Take chances with those movies.
Go different looks and feels and stuff like that. That's fine.
Keep the saga movies safe because that's, right. I mean, that is your bread and butter. Now, because he's also writing and coming on this project last minute, they ended up delaying the release of Star Wars. And they were going to shoot for a summer movie, but Star Wars has firmly planted itself in a December movie slot.
And I'm glad the move happened.
Yeah.
Because I think Star Wars should always be in December. I didn't like the idea. They tried to do it with Han Solo, had to push it back.
Yeah.
Tried to do it with Episode 9, had to push it back. It just stick with December. Everybody expects a Star Wars movie in December now.
Right, yeah.
And, they've got it locked in.
And as this year has proven, that the summer blockbuster model is kind of going away.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, January and October are the only 2 months that haven't had a $100 million opening movie.
Right.
So pretty much all year round, you can get a blockbuster.
Yeah, we've shown that people are willing to go for spectacles or people.
Yeah.
Well, not spectacles, because I believe
Tentpole
nobody
movies.
went to. Well, not nobody, but like things that were tentpole movies like Transformers.
Yeah.
And things they underperformed.
Yeah.
Whereas things that were, properties that people were excited about, MCU movies, Wonder Woman, things like that, regardless of where they were put, made money.
Yes.
So,
but part of this is they're pushing it to December, puts them in direct competition with Aladdin and Wonder Woman 2.
yeah.
So something's going to give there. I mean, they've Disney's played this game of chicken before and have always come out on top when they pushed, Captain
now
America: Civil War.
Now they're playing it with themselves with Aladdin.
Yeah, true.
But I think they're counting on two
different things.
Not two
Wonder
different
Woman is the
obvious.
ones.
They're counting on people. Yeah, Wonder Woman's the odd man out.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to be, because now Wonder Woman does have the juice this time. Is she going to, she going to cave? Someone's going to cave. I mean, Disney, they pretty much just slapped it out there. Boom, we're taking December. And it's Star Wars. I don't think, Wonder Woman is going to have to, maybe they push it back to October and get that first 100 million opening in October.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. I think all three will do fine, even if they end up in December. Maybe they'll make less. No matter where
they shake out, they'll all three make money.
Yeah.
The only one of those three I'm not really excited about is Aladdin, because I just don't understand why they're doing this.
I think they want to make all of their big Disney movies.
Will Smith is the genie thing still bothers me. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. All right.
Well, let's then move on. We were talking about Wonder Woman. Let's talk about Wonder Woman 2. Patty Jenkins is officially signed on and will now become the highest paid female director of all time. She's going to get $9 million and a cut of the profits.
Yeah.
So
that's a sweet segue, by the way.
She's she proved herself, and had the bargaining power to just say, hey, you want me back, you're gonna have to pay for it, and they made a smart decision doing it. I'm glad they did it. They paid for it, because she made a really great movie.
True. I mean, she held out. She wanted the money that Zack Snyder was getting.
Yeah. And she deserves it. So good for her.
Yeah, she's made the best DC movie so far.
By far the best DC movie by far. So there you go. She's she's going to be the highest paid female director in history.
Yeah. Speaking of making all the monies, it
also a good segue.
We're
on fire.
Got that segue action going this week. The It movie, man, tore it up at the box office. And I've got some numbers here to put it in perspective, because it wasn't just, yes, it broke a lot of records. Highest Stephen King opening by over 100 million. Highest, he's, as of this week, will outgross all the Stephen King movies, including Green Mile. It was the only one it didn't outgross opening weekend, it'll pass it this week.
Okay.
By this weekend. It was the highest horror opening, the best fall opening. All those.
Highest rated R,
but I mean, by the amount is what, it's kind of staggering. It opened at $123 million, double what it was tracking for, right? I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
It outgrossed the previous number one movies the last 6 weeks combined.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is a summer blockbuster numbers here. This is not just for a horror movie. It's up there. If it came out at the beginning of summer, it would be in the top 10.
Right. Well, it's
for the
third biggest opening for the year. Is that
third highest opening this year, behind Beauty and the Beast and in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay.
We'll see. Historically, horror movies have a huge drop off second week, but I think this one's got legs.
Yeah.
And especially
it's getting good word of mouth.
Good word of mouth, and people are getting put off from the early reviews from the Aronofsky's Mother movie that's opening this week, which was this competition, which it was kind of mismarketed. People were going in there expecting a horror movie, kind of like a Rosemary Baby type vibe. Totally not that. It's very art house, very hardcore movie. I'm planning on seeing it when we're doing a review about that. But yeah, I mean, it has the strength to keep going. So we'll see what it ends up with.
All right, let's stick with movie money then. Yeah. And SpiderMan has now passed Wonder Woman with a $70.8 million opening in China. That's huge. That's that makes it the number 6 movie this year. But it could make it up to number 4 if it crosses the billion mark, which the China market. I mean, that was a huge opening for China.
Yeah,
that's.
Well, there's some other smaller markets that it's opening in, rolling out in, but that was a big push. But history has shown that the Spider-Man movies have legs in China, right? That's a no pun intended there. But yeah, it's so who knows if it has a good run like some of the other Spider-Man movies have in China, it could make it to number 4.
Cool.
It could, and the $1 billion mark is within sight. So
nice.
That's it. Talking about a little disappointed, but they held out. China held out Spider-Man for a while there for their. They had a movie that they kept in the box office for a while. I forget the name of it.
It was a domestic movie that they wanted to hang on to?
Yeah,
okay.
so they held off. All right, speaking of superheroes, we get our first look at Hellboy, David Harbour as Hellboy.
Nice.
The new Hellboy. We'll put a picture up here. Yeah, a little grittier.
Did he have both horns? Yeah, he has both horns gone.
Yeah, they're both horns gone, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Obviously, the years have gone by. The makeup looks a little better. Ron Perlman's Hellboy was a little more bright red. This is
more rubbery looking.
A little more rubbery looking. This one is looks really good, and it's definitely you can tell the tone they're going for, the darker, more serious tone. I'm sure Hellboy will still be cracking jokes, still be the same personality, but he's got the more scars on him. Okay. The right hand of Doom looks is cooler looking.
See, I didn't get the one image I saw. Didn't have a clear view of the.
Yeah, well, we have both images. We're going to show. This is the full color one with him with the full shirt off, showing that the body doesn't. Obviously that's not David Harbour's body, but unless he's done some serious steroids. He's more roids than man at this point if that's him.
Yeah.
But but obviously the suit looks way more realistic than.
Okay.
The cartoony one. I love the Ron Perlman Hellboy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But this one's definitely more serious looking. And then David Harbour himself tweeted out a black and white image with the trench coat on.
Oh, nice. All right.
And you get a better look at it. And yeah, I'm a little more excited about this movie now. Also, we reported that Ed Skine made news by turning down the role of Major Daimyo.
Oh right, yeah.
Because the racial backlash.
Yeah.
So they replaced him with Daniel Day Kim.
Oh nice.
So they got racially appropriate. A good actor.
Big name.
Yeah, and a big name.
Yeah.
So
cool.
He came in. He also praised Ed Skine for his decision.
Okay.
Hopefully, karma shines on Ed and he gets another job here soon because he's a great actor as well. They also announced the release date, January 11th, 2019. So a lot of Hellboy news coming out.
Yeah, we got a ways to wait for that, but cool.
But it looks good.
Well, good. That means they're not rushing it too.
Yeah,
they're gonna put the proper time into it. So cool. All right, we got a director for X-Force now. It looks like Drew Goddard, who did Cabin in the Woods.
Awesome movie.
Is going to write and direct. Do we know which version of X-Force this is going to be? Is this going to be the
it's going to have Cable X-Men? And all we know is this Cable and Deadpool is all we know right now.
Okay.
But they could go with, in later comics, obviously, we've seen Colossus in the Deadpool movies. He's been in X-Force later on.
Okay.
He's most notably for an X-Men, but he has served in X-Force in recent issues. But
I would hope they would do like Warpath and Archangel.
That would be cool.
And Psylocke, that team. That was a great version of X-Force.
Part of me wants to see some of the crazy. Obviously Domino will be in it.
Yeah, true.
Part of me wants to see some of the crazy like Liefeld early stuff. Shatterstar with his twin swords and
bring
crazy.
in what's her Wolverine's daughter.
Oh yeah,
she was on the team at one point.
Yeah, X-23. Yeah,
X-23 was in it. So there's a lot to.
I just want to see a lot of Liefeld pouches and shoulder pads.
Yes,
that's.
And I gotta say, I do love the
giant
90s
guns.
Freaking
Yeah.
X-Force with Cannonball and that whole the New Mutants becoming X-Force. That was a great run too. So I would go with either of those.
Yeah. Okay. Garth Ennis put out a little book called The Boys. Kind of a take on superheroes. Very dark and humorous look at superheroes. And looks like it's actually getting a series now from Amazon.
Interesting.
So, and they've tapped Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who brought Garth Ennis' other work, Preacher, to AMC.
Interesting.
So, look at these boys. They're big Garth Ennis fans, obviously.
Yeah.
They know the material, so they're set to produce and direct it. The script's being written by someone else, but pretty much I'm a fan of Rogen and Goldberg, whatever they do. Usually comedy, but they did a really good job with Preacher. All this last season got a little weird. at some points, but again, it's Preacher, so it's what what do you expect?
Right, true enough.
The Boys, though, that's a little dark for. I mean, it's gonna be an Amazon, but I mean, this is gonna be in a very adult themed.
Yeah. Well, that's
show.
Garth Ennis for you.
Yeah, it's Garth Ennis. That's what he. Yeah, that's what he does best. So. But yeah, no, I'm excited about this. I love the comic of The Boys. I mean, I think I read the first 2 graphic novels, but
I've not read it at all, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but we'll see about that. Here we go, another superhero series.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. Hopefully we don't oversaturate the market. But
right.
Speaking of superhero series, The Punisher has a mystery. They released some new stills for the show.
Yep.
So you got a lot of new images, a new kind of teaser for it, which ends with the Punisher's symbol with the date of release redacted.
Yeah.
So there's been wild speculation about, does this mean it's going to be delayed? Does it mean, what does it mean? I did just today, as I was kind of trolling around trying to figure out what the consensus is. I did see somebody who said that it's their opinion. I don't remember who, so I can't credit whatever author it was who wrote this, but they said that they expect it to be dropped any time now, that it'll just suddenly appear.
Yeah.
On Netflix. So
I hear a lot of people saying December.
Yeah.
But we'll see when it happens.
Yeah. But I mean, the new stuff looks cool. They changed Microchip from the '90s comic run to just Micro.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's going to be kind of like maybe like an Edward Snowden kind of whistleblower.
Yeah.
Who's on the run, who's an old friend of Frank's, and then it has something to do with that shadowy government organization that's making the super soldiers that are appearing in the Netflix shows. So
yeah, all that sounds awesome. I'm just excited for the Punisher movie. I want to see him, kill a lot of stuff.
Kill all the bad guys.
All the bad guys. All right. Sticking with the superhero theme, probably the real life greatest superhero, Stan Lee.
There you go.
There's rumors going around about a possible biopic pick about Stan Lee's life, which would be awesome. Because Stan Lee was around from the very beginning, right? From when he was working as an intern for Kirby and some of these guys at Timely Comics to, in his 40s creating the Marvel Universe that we have today.
Right.
He's been around through it all. And to see a, biographical film about his life would be amazing. Now, the crazy part is that he was saying that Leonardo DiCaprio is... wanting to play him in this movie. Now, again, grain of salt time. This is Stan Lee talking. He could be trolling us for all we know.
Yeah.
But he has neighbors with Leonardo DiCaprio, and he said there's one in the works, and that Leonardo DiCaprio and him have already discussed him playing it. Leonardo was the one himself saying that he would like to play him in a biopic. So we'll see how
Yeah. Stan Lee says a lot of stuff he's probably not supposed to say.
True, yeah.
I believe at that same convention he said it's just a matter of time before X-Men and Fantastic Four are back with Marvel.
Yeah.
So
he says, it's only a matter of time, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So if I had to bet, I would say we're not going to see Leonardo DiCaprio play Stan Lee. But it doesn't mean there shouldn't be a Stan Lee movie. That is definitely something that should happen. So I'm behind that.
Cool.
And if they had Leo, then holy crap, I would be a huge Leonardo fan at that point.
Yeah, why not?
So,
all right, we've got just a few comic book stories to run through. One is in December, I believe it is. Marvel is launching a 2-in-1, which was an old 70s comic they had where they'd pair up
random heroes.
Yeah. But this 2-in-1 is going to have the Thing and the Human Torch.
It's not necessarily random.
Not random, and apparently trying to figure out what happened to the rest of the Fantastic Four. Yeah. So, rumor mill is running around. Does that mean that we're going to see the return of the Fantastic Four at some point?
Well, with the promise of Legends, I'm assuming they have to get the Fantastic Four back some way. This is how they're going to do it.
Possibly, yeah.
So
could be. However, another comic story we have was a little sneak peek at the Iron, whatever Riri Williams Iron character is, she's going to travel 50 years in the future and meet, spoiler alert, Tony at 126 years old as the Sorcerer Supreme. Sounds stupid. Sounds like a horrible idea. But what it does is tell us that this Legends thing that's going on may not be regular time frame, bringing the heroes together, the new and the old together in the regular time frame. So, yeah, you might have Fantastic Four meeting some other people, but outside of the normal Marvel continuity, or whatever. So I don't think this is it Legends or Legacy, or whatever it's called.
Legacy, I think.
This Marvel event is shaping up to not deliver what it was promising us it was going to deliver. At least as far as these initial.
Who would have thought that they would have come up with ideas that made the caveman Avengers sound like a good idea?
Yeah.
When it first came with the caveman Avengers.
Who pitched that and who approved it?
You're like, 120-year-old Tony Stark is the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. So, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's.
Who knows? It's Marvel. Who knows what they're doing?
I think they're grasping at straws, trying to get back on track.
Yeah, I mean, they're tanking in sales, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, well, do you want to talk about the Rebirth stuff? This was kind of a minor spoiler.
Just throw it out there real quick.
All right, there was a Rebirth story, Superman, I believe it's in the Action Comics. There's been this Mr. Oz character floating around, and I think that name was specifically to throw people off. Again, spoiler alert here. I think people were meant to think that this might have been Ozymandias or something like that from that. No, it's not. It's actually Jor-El, Superman's father, probably from another time.
Hopefully.
I would assume.
I don't know.
Again, these people are doing, they're bringing out these really weird storylines. I haven't been following all of Rebirth, so I don't know how logical the jump is, but it seems like they're just, they are, in a lot of sense, rewriting the histories of these comic book universes, and not for the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Comics, it's a weird time in comics where the stuff that I'm interested in reading is not the mainstream DC Marvel stuff anymore. I mean, I read those things, but that's not what I look forward to now. I look forward to more of the independent stuff. I don't know whether that's a product of my age or the fact that what they're giving us, the product they're giving us, is not what we're...
Well, the product they're giving us is a knockoff of the independent stuff that's not as good as the independent stuff. No. So we don't go back to them for our classic hero stuff. We go to the independent stuff that's interesting, that they're trying to copy and doing so unsuccessful.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. And I'm just
that's
like,
pretty good take.
Go back.
You mentioned it, yeah.
Just go back to doing classic superhero stories where, the good guys win and they don't fight each other. They fight the bad guys, and that there's stakes, but the stakes are more emotional than killing characters off every other issue. Or
all the big events have been, superheroes fighting superheroes.
Yeah. Or just because
Civil War worked.
Dying.
Civil War was a great run, but we didn't need,
we didn't need Civil War 2 or Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah.
Another horrible event. That was just so bad. So,
all right. Well, there you have it, folks.
We always break down into rants at the end of these things, don't we?
The grumpy old men. Grumpy old men do comics. That's going to be the name of the show. All right. That's all the nerd news we had for this week. I mean, there's a bunch of other smaller stories. One point I want to make is next week there won't be any news. Not that there won't be news, but we won't be covering it because we're going to be on vacation.
Yeah, we'll be doing vacations.
But we will have all our other regular shows next week. I'm sure there's other places on the internet you can go for your nerd news.
Just make sure you come back when you're done.
Just make sure you come back when you're done. We also want to mention out we have our rundown to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We will be hitting 1,000 subscribers soon, probably next week sometime.
Yep.
And we're having a bit of not a contest really, but we're giving away some cool stuff. We got some new shirts we're working on, and we're going to be giving out one for every show that we have. How do you get one? Well, it's pretty easy. You, first off, be a subscriber.
Yep.
Second off, like and leave a comment on one of the shows, and we'll be giving one for every show we have. So we'll give one away for the news, one for Ruby reactions, one for Star Wars,
yep,
one for Grizzled Game Master,
Yeah, there you go.
And then, There was one more. All right. Anyway.
Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, Star Wars. So...
My show, sure.
Yeah, all that other show we do that I'm not in. But yeah, we'll be giving away a shirt for everyone. So subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. As soon as we get to 1,000, as soon as we get the prizes out, leave a comment, like, and also if you don't want to take your chances with that,
Become a patron.
Become a patron. Every one of our patrons are going to be getting one of these shirts, regardless. So
you can sign up with that below in the Patreon link.
Absolutely. So be sure, like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, and we will see you next week.
Thanks.
Thank you.